She nailed 3 interviews. The team loved her. She already imagined her life there. Then one email destroyed everything. But 5 years later, she thanked God for that rejection.
Amy refreshed her email for the 100th time that day. The response finally came. "Thank you for your interest. We've decided to move forward with other candidates." Rejection. The job she wanted more than anything. Prepared for weeks. Nailed the interviews. Perfect fit on paper. And they chose someone else. Amy sat at her laptop and cried. This was supposed to be her dream job. The opportunity that would change everything. Now it was gone. She felt like a failure. Like the universe was telling her she wasn't good enough. That rejection crushed her. For 3 days, she couldn't function. Then slowly, she started moving forward. Applied to other jobs. Took a position she wasn't excited about. Settled for less. 5 years later, she ran into the hiring manager from that dream job. What he told her made everything make sense. That rejection wasn't the universe closing a door. It was the universe saving her from walking into the wrong room. Amy was 26 when she applied for the marketing position at a prestigious company. Everything about it seemed perfect. Great salary. Impressive title. Company everyone knew. She'd been working in marketing for 3 years at a smaller firm. Ready for the next step. This job was it. Her resume was strong. Her portfolio was solid. She got the interview. The first interview went well. They liked her. Called her back for a second round. Then a third. She met the team. Toured the office. Everything felt right. The hiring manager said she was a top candidate. Amy started imagining her life there. The projects she'd work on. The career growth. The validation of landing a job at a company like that. She told her friends. Her family. Everyone was excited for her. Then the rejection email came. Amy was blindsided. Thought she had it. The interviews went great. The team seemed to like her. What went wrong? The email was generic. No explanation. Just a polite no. Amy spiraled. Questioned everything. Her skills. Her experience. Her worth. If she wasn't good enough for this job, maybe she wasn't good enough, period. She spent a week in despair. Barely functioned at her current job. Couldn't focus. Couldn't stop replaying the interviews. Analyzing what she said wrong. What she should have done differently. Her confidence was shattered. This rejection felt personal. Like a judgment on her entire career. Her entire self. Eventually, she had to move forward. Bills needed paying. Life continued regardless of her disappointment. She started applying to other jobs. Half-heartedly at first. Nothing seemed as good as the one she lost. Every position felt like settling. Like a backup plan. A consolation prize. 3 months after the rejection, she got an offer. Smaller company. Less prestigious. Lower salary than the dream job would have been. She almost didn't take it. Felt like admitting defeat. Accepting that she wasn't good enough for the big leagues. But she needed a change. Needed to move forward. She accepted. The new job was fine. Not exciting. Not her dream. Just fine. The company was small. Scrappy. Nothing like the polished corporation that rejected her. Amy felt like she'd downgraded. Settled for less because she couldn't get what she wanted. For months, she carried that resentment. Worked hard but felt like she was in the wrong place. Still thought about the dream job. What could have been. Then things started changing. The small company gave her opportunities the big one never would have. At a major corporation, she would have been a small cog. One marketer among dozens. Here, she was the marketing department. Had autonomy. Made real decisions. Launched campaigns from start to finish. No bureaucracy. No layers of approval. Just create and execute. She learned more in 6 months at the small company than she'd learned in 3 years at her previous job. Had to figure things out. Wear multiple hats. Develop skills she never would have needed in a specialized role. The struggle made her better. Stronger. More versatile. Started seeing the job as valuable. Not a consolation prize. A growth opportunity. 2 years in, the small company started growing. Amy's work was a big part of that growth. Her campaigns drove real results. Revenue increased. The company expanded. And Amy got promoted. Then promoted again. At 29, she was head of marketing, leading a team, making decisions that shaped the company. The trajectory was fast, unexpected, exciting. The big prestigious company? She would have still been a mid-level marketer, maybe gotten one promotion in 4 years, would have had a fancy company name on her resume but limited real experience. Here, she was building something, contributing meaningfully, growing exponentially. 3 years after the rejection, the small company got acquired. Big acquisition. Life-changing money for everyone involved. Amy's equity payout was more than she would have made in salary at the dream job for 5 years. She was 30, financially secure. All because she didn't get the job she wanted. 5 years after the rejection, Amy was at an industry conference. Ran into the hiring manager from that dream job. They recognized each other. Started talking. Amy mentioned she'd applied years ago. He remembered. Right, you were great. We almost hired you. Went with an internal candidate instead. Then he said something that floored her. Probably worked out for you. That position was a nightmare. 3 people cycled through it in 4 years. Company culture was toxic. Lots of politics. Most people burned out. Amy stood there processing. The dream job that crushed her when she didn't get it? It was terrible. The people who got it were miserable. She would have been miserable. The rejection she thought was the universe saying she wasn't good enough was actually the universe saying, not that door. She thought about where she'd be if she'd gotten that job. Probably burned out. Maybe still there, unhappy. Definitely not leading a team. Definitely not financially secure from an acquisition. The rejection that felt like the worst thing was actually the best thing. She just couldn't see it at the time. Here's what Amy learned. Rejection feels like failure. Like doors closing. Like opportunities lost. But sometimes rejection is redirection. The universe closing a door you were trying to force open because there's a better door you haven't noticed yet. You can't see it when you're in the pain of rejection. Only in hindsight does it make sense that dream job wasn't her dream. It was what she thought success looked like. Prestigious company. Impressive title. What everyone said she should want. But it wouldn't have been right for her. The rejection forced her to find what was actually right. The smaller company that gave her real growth. Real opportunity. Real fulfillment. Every closed door opens another. Cliché, but true. Amy wouldn't have taken the small company job if she'd gotten the big one. Wouldn't have had the growth, the equity, the leadership experience. The rejection she thought ended possibilities actually created them. She just had to stop mourning what she didn't get and start building with what she had. The jobs you don't get are often blessings in disguise. Sometimes the blessing is obvious. Sometimes it takes 5 years to see it. But rejection is rarely just rejection. It's course correction. The interview that goes badly might be saving you from a toxic workplace. The promotion you don't get might be keeping you available for a better opportunity. The door that slams might be redirecting you to the right path. If you're dealing with rejection right now, this matters. Whatever you didn't get at the job, the promotion, the opportunity, feels like everything. Like proof you're not good enough. It's not. It's proof that specific thing wasn't for you. Not because you're inadequate. Because it wasn't the right fit. Wrong timing. Wrong place. Wrong path. The rejection is information. Not judgment.
Stop forcing doors that won't open. If you've knocked 100 times and the door stays closed, stop knocking. Turn around. There are other doors. Better doors. Doors that will open easily because they're meant for you. But you can't see them while you're obsessing over the closed one. Reframe rejection. Not as failure. As redirection. As the universe saying not this, something better. Trust that. Even when it doesn't feel true. Especially when it doesn't feel true. Amy couldn't see it in the moment. Took 5 years to understand. But that rejection was a gift. Saved her from the wrong path. Pushed her toward the right one. Your dream job might not be your dream. Might be what you think you want because it looks good. Because others want it. Because it seems like success. But if you got it, you might discover it's wrong. The work is wrong. The culture is wrong. The fit is wrong. Sometimes not getting what you want protects you from finding out it wasn't actually what you needed. Apply this to everything. The relationship that didn't work out. The school that rejected you. The opportunity that fell through. In the moment, devastating. In hindsight, often a blessing. You can't see the full picture when you're in the pain. Time gives perspective. Trust that perspective will come. Amy tells this story to everyone dealing with rejection. The job I didn't get saved my career. At the time, I thought it ruined it. 5 years later, I understand. That closed door led me to an open one I wouldn't have walked through otherwise. Your closed door is doing the same thing. You just can't see it yet. Keep applying. Keep trying. Keep moving forward. But don't mourn rejections like they're tragedies. They're detours. Course corrections. The universe, life, whatever you want to call it, is steering you. Sometimes steering means closing doors. Sometimes it means rejection. Trust it. Even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. The job Amy didn't get led to the job that changed her life. Your rejection is leading you somewhere too. Maybe somewhere better than where you were trying to go. Stay open. Stay moving. Trust the process. The closed doors make sense eventually. Amy's did. Yours will too.